As the video on The Inspired Muslim begins, you want your viewers to instantly feel like they're stepping into a space where their worries matter, their hopes matter, and their relationship with Allah is about to grow stronger. You're not just dropping information, you're pulling them into a moment of reflection. A moment where they pause, breathe, and actually feel the reminder. Start by acknowledging something universal. Life moves fast. Stress builds up. Goals sometimes seem far away. And even the strongest people hit times when they whisper, "Ya Allah, please make it easy." Everyone knows that feeling, that quiet moment when you just want things to change quickly. And that's where this topic hits home. You explain that in Islam, wanting quick help or fast success isn't a weakness. It doesn't mean you're impatient or ungrateful. It simply means you're human. Even the prophets, the best of creation, made do in moments when their hearts were desperate for relief. So imagine how much more Allah understands you when you turn to Him. Your introduction tells the viewers something powerful and comforting. Sparkles, Allah is not annoyed when you ask. Allah is not tired of your prayers. Allah is not ignoring you. In fact, He loves it when you call on Him. He wants you to talk to Him. He wants you to rely on Him. He wants you to trust that He can flip your situation in ways you cannot imagine. You gently remind them that du'a is more than a ritual. It's emotional therapy, spiritual healing, and a divine connection all wrapped into one. It's the believer's direct hotline to the one who controls opportunities, destiny, blessings, protection, and every door that opens or closes in life. Then you bring the viewers deeper into the emotional side. Tell them that many times, the difference between a delayed answer and a quick one is not the size of the problem, it's the state of the heart making the du'a. A sincere, focused, humble heart draws Allah's help faster than any physical effort. And this video will show them exactly how to reach that level. This intro basically sets the tone. Sparkles, if you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, tired, or confused, this is for you. If you've been making do, but not feeling results, this is for you. If you want to strengthen your connection with Allah, this is for you. You're letting them know that throughout this episode, you're not just sharing tips. You're guiding them through a spiritual transformation that could shift their whole life. And the vibe on The Inspired Muslim is clear. This is a safe space. This is a heart-healing space. This is a space to reconnect with Allah in the most beautiful way. The power of du'a. Before diving into the how, you want your audience on The Inspired Muslim to understand why du'a is such a game changer. This section isn't just about teaching. It's about awakening something inside them, reminding them of the massive spiritual power they might be overlooking every day. Start by showing them that du'a is not a small act. It's not something you do when you're desperate only. It's not a last resort. In Islam, du'a is actually one of the highest forms of worship. It's a sign that you recognize Allah as the one in control, the one who can give, take, shift, strengthen, open doors, or remove obstacles instantly. You want your viewers to feel this. Sparkles, when you raise your hands, you're literally placing your problem in the hands of the one who has no limits. That's why du'a is powerful, because it connects a weak creation to an all-powerful creator. In this section, you help your audience see du'a differently, almost like a spiritual superpower that many people don't use enough. Remind them that every single thing they want, happiness, direction, success, healing, clarity, protection, starts with calling on Allah. And there's something beautiful. Allah promised to answer. Not maybe. Not sometimes. Not if He feels like it. He promised. Call upon me, and I will respond to you. That alone is enough to give your viewers hope. Then you can go deeper, explain that du'a has flipped the lives of prophets, transformed nations, protected believers, and opened doors that seemed permanently locked. The Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, used du'a in battles, in fear, in sadness, in happiness, it was his go-to tool for everything. And that's the mindset you want your viewers to embrace. Sparkles, if the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, relied on Duʿā as his source of strength, who are we to treat it lightly? Another powerful point to add. Duʿā doesn't only change your situation, it changes you. It softens your heart. It calms your stress. It reminds you that you're not alone. It brings peace even before the answer comes. Because the moment you call on Allah sincerely, something in your heart shifts. That shift? That peace? That's already an answer. And this message hits perfectly on the inspired Muslim. Your viewers need to hear that their connection with Allah isn't weak, it just needs to be used. Their du'a doesn't go to waste. Every word is heard. Every tear is counted. Every whisper is recorded. And every sincere request is answered in the most perfect way. This point teaches them to stop underestimating du'a. Stop treating it as a backup plan. And start treating it as the main plan. Purifying your intention. This is where you help your audience understand one of the biggest secrets behind quick, powerful du'a. Before the words even leave your lips, Allah looks at your intention, the purpose behind what you're asking for. On The Inspired Muslim, you want to break it down in a way that feels real and relatable. Let your viewers know that intention is not just a quiet thought, it's the engine behind every du'a. When your intention is clean, sincere, and free from anything harmful, Allah opens doors faster than you expect. Start by explaining that a purified intention means two simple things. 1. You want something halal and beneficial. You're not asking for something that harms others, leads you to sin, or harms your own soul. Success with a pure heart hits different. It brings peace instead of guilt. 2. You're asking because you truly need Allah. Not to show off. Not to impress people. Not to chase something empty. But because your heart genuinely relies on Him. This is the mindset that makes a du'a powerful. Then, go deeper and help them reflect. Sometimes du'a is delayed because the intention behind it needs cleaning. Maybe someone is asking for success to make others jealous. Asking for money just to boast. Asking for love but planning to misuse it. Or even asking for help while ignoring their own responsibilities. A pure intention removes all of that. A pure intention says, Sparkles, Ya Allah, give me what will bring me closer to you. Sparkles, bless me with something that makes my life better, not worse. Sparkles, grant me success that lifts me, not destroys me. This is where the magic happens. When your intention is clean, Allah gives you not just what you asked for, He gives you better, bigger, and more beautiful outcomes. You can remind your viewers of something powerful. Allah gives fast, but not when what you want will hurt you. He delays only to protect you. But when your intention is aligned with goodness, mercy, and growth, the way opens quickly. Also, this point shows your audience that du'a is not only about the tongue, it's also about the heart. Sometimes people are saying the right words, but their intention is in the wrong place. Once that intention is purified, everything changes. Encourage them to make a mini du'a before the du'a. Sparkles, Ya Allah, purify my heart and my intention. Because even that simple request is a sign of sincerity. This is exactly the kind of spiritual wisdom people love hearing on The Inspired Muslim, gentle, practical, and deeply rooted in the heart. Starting with praise. Before you ask Allah for anything, whether it's success, healing, clarity, protection, money, peace, or guidance. There's a powerful spiritual etiquette the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, taught us. Sparkles, begin your du'a by praising Allah. This step changes everything. It shifts your du'a from a simple request into a deeply spiritual moment. Explain to your viewers that praising Allah before asking is like knocking on a king's door with respect. It's you acknowledging His greatness, His power, His mercy, and His perfection before you bring your needs forward. But make it relatable. Tell them that, in real life, even when you talk to someone you respect, you don't start with demands. You greet them. You acknowledge them. You show appreciation. In the same way, but far more meaningful, when you turn to Allah, you start by remembering who He is. And who is Allah? Sparkles the one who hears you. Sparkles the one who sees you. Sparkles the one who never abandons you. Sparkles the one who controls every solution and every blessing. Sparkles the one who loves to give even when you forget to ask. Your viewers need to feel that praising Allah softens the heart and opens the gates of mercy. It transforms the energy of the whole du'a. When your heart recognizes Allah's greatness, everything you ask for becomes easier for you to trust. You can also break it down for them. Simple ways to begin praising Allah include saying, Alhamdulillah, all praise is for Allah. Subhanallah, glory be to Allah. Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest. Ya Rab, you are the most merciful, the most generous, the most powerful. Let them know that praise doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be sincere. Then go deeper. Explain that when you start with praise, you're not just saying words, you're reminding your heart who you're speaking to. You're grounding yourself. You're entering a state of humility and awe, which makes your du'a stronger and more accepted. And there's a beautiful secret. Sparkles when you praise Allah before asking, the angels carry your du'a upward beautifully. Sparkles when you remember Allah, He remembers you. Sparkles when you honor Allah in your words, He honors your requests with His mercy. Share the wisdom from the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him. Du'a that begins with praise is du'a that rises quickly and is not rejected easily. This point also creates a spiritual atmosphere for your viewers. It helps them feel closer to Allah instantly. By the time they finish this section, they should already feel more connected, more focused, and more ready to make powerful du'a. This is the kind of reminder your audience on The Inspired Muslim comes to your channel for: gentle, beautiful, and deeply comforting. Sending blessings on the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him. Before you dive into your main request in du'a, one of the most powerful ways to strengthen it is by sending blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, because this simple act is like unlocking a spiritual doorway that allows your prayer to rise beautifully and be accepted more quickly. When you say, Allahumma alayhi ala nabiyina Muhammad, you're not just repeating a phrase. You're honoring the greatest human being to ever walk the earth, and Allah loves it when His messenger is honored. It's like lighting a lamp before walking into a dark room. Suddenly everything becomes clearer, softer, more peaceful. Many scholars even mention that a du'a wrapped with salutations at the beginning and end is rarely rejected, almost like sending a letter with the perfect seal that guarantees its safe arrival. On The Inspired Muslim, you can remind your audience that sending blessings on the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, is not only a way to gain reward, but a way to purify the heart before asking Allah for anything. It brings barakah into the moment, calms the soul, and aligns the heart with sincerity and humility. It also shifts the vibe of the du'a itself. Instead of rushing into requests, it teaches gentleness, respect, and gratitude. This step makes your du'a feel lighter, more connected, and more spiritually present, because when you honor the Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, you're following the exact etiquette He taught for making du'a that reaches Allah quickly and beautifully. Ask with full faith. One of the most important keys to having your du'a accepted quickly is asking with full faith and certainty, because Allah responds to those who truly believe in His power, mercy, and wisdom. On The Inspired Muslim, you can explain to your viewers that when they make du'a, hesitantly or with doubt, it's like whispering into the wind. The heart isn't fully aligned with the Creator, so the connection feels weaker. True faith means believing without question that Allah is capable of answering, that He knows exactly what you need, and that He always gives what is best, even if it doesn't arrive in the exact form or timing you imagined. Encourage your audience to eliminate words like, if you want, or maybe, from their du'a, and replace them with confident phrases such as, Ya Allah, you can, and, I trust you, O Most Merciful. This unwavering belief strengthens the spiritual energy behind their request, making the angels carry it higher and making it more likely to be accepted quickly. You can also remind them of the stories of the prophets. How they prayed with certainty in impossible situations, fully trusting Allah's power, and witnessed miraculous outcomes. Asking with full faith isn't just about believing that the answer will come, it's about aligning your heart completely with Allah's plan, submitting entirely, and letting go of doubt and worry. This is the mindset that transforms ordinary du'a into a powerful call that travels straight to the divine, and it's exactly what every viewer on The Inspired Muslim needs to embrace if they want to see results in their life, fast and beautifully. Make du'a at the best times. Timing is a hidden secret in du'a that can make a huge difference in how quickly your prayers are answered, and on The Inspired Muslim, you can show your viewers that knowing when to ask is as important as knowing how to ask. There are special moments in the day and night when Allah's mercy is poured out abundantly, and making du'a during these times increases the likelihood of rapid acceptance. For example, the last third of the night, when the world is silent and hearts are humble, is a time when Allah descends closer to His servants, listening intently to every whispered plea. Similarly, du'a made during sujud, the position of ultimate humility in prayer, reaches Allah swiftly because the believer's forehead touches the ground in submission. Other powerful moments include between the Adhan and Iqamah, on Fridays, during rain, and just before breaking the fast, all of which are times blessed with divine attention and mercy. Encourage your audience to be consistent in seeking these moments, as making du'a at the right time demonstrates devotion, awareness, and sincerity. You can also explain that it's not just about ritual, it's about positioning the heart and soul to receive blessings. When du'a is paired with the best times, it's like planting a seed in fertile soil. The response comes faster, grows stronger, and bears more beautiful results. By teaching your viewers to recognize these blessed periods, you help them not only connect more deeply with Allah, but also increase their chances of seeing fast, tangible answers to their prayers, making their spiritual journey more rewarding and effective. Use powerful Quran and Sunnah du'a. One of the most effective ways to strengthen your du'a and ensure it reaches Allah quickly is by using the powerful supplications taught in the Quran and Sunnah, and on The Inspired Muslim, you can show your viewers that these du'as carry immense spiritual weight because they were revealed and practiced by the prophets themselves. The Quran is full of prayers that address every need, from seeking guidance, forgiveness, and sustenance, to protection from harm and relief from distress. For example, the du'a of Prophet Yunus, a.s., when he was in the belly of the whale, "There is no deity except you, exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers," is a timeless example of calling out to Allah in sincerity and desperation, and it reminds us that even in the most impossible situations, sincere du'a is answered. Similarly, using du'as from the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, not only brings reward but also aligns your request with the etiquette and blessed practice of the Messenger, increasing the likelihood of fast acceptance. Encourage your audience to memorize simple but powerful du'as, such as, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar, which ask for goodness in this life and the next, or, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel, which entrusts the believer fully to Allah's protection. By integrating these divine words into their daily supplications, your viewers are not only speaking to Allah with sincerity but also following a proven path that has been blessed for centuries. This approach transforms ordinary du'a into a spiritually charged call that carries both the weight of faith and the power of prophetic guidance, making it much more likely that Allah will respond quickly and beautifully to the believer's heartfelt request. Cry to Allah with humility. One of the most powerful ways to make du'a effective and quickly accepted is to approach Allah with complete humility, and on The Inspired Muslim, your viewers should understand that the heart's posture is just as important as the words themselves. Crying, whether through tears or deep emotional surrender, is not a sign of weakness, it is a profound demonstration of reliance on Allah and acknowledgement of our own limitations. When you lower yourself before Allah, admitting your helplessness and pouring out your heart sincerely, you are essentially showing Him that you trust Him fully to handle what you cannot. This humility touches the soul in ways words alone cannot. It softens the heart, clears the ego, and positions your dua to ascend faster. You can explain that even subtle gestures, like trembling hands, a bowed head, or a tearful whisper, signal a deep sincerity that is beloved to Allah. Prophets and righteous people throughout history were often in tears when they made dua, and their examples show us that humility attracts divine mercy and swift response. Encourage your audience to let go of pride, fear, or pretense, and to simply be vulnerable with Allah, because it is in that vulnerability that the heart connects most deeply with the Creator. When believers cry out in humility, their dua resonates in the spiritual realm, carried by angels, and reaches Allah in its purest form, making it one of the fastest ways to experience relief, guidance, or blessings in their lives. Stay away from haram. A critical but often overlooked secret to having dua accepted quickly is maintaining purity in every aspect of life, and on The Inspired Muslim, your viewers need to understand that sins, haram income, and wrongful actions act as barriers that block the acceptance of prayers. Allah loves when His servants turn to Him, but when the heart and lifestyle are entangled in disobedience, even the most beautiful dua can be delayed. Encourage your audience to reflect on the concept that what we consume, how we earn, and the actions we take all affect our spiritual connection. For instance, eating halal, earning honest income, speaking truthfully, avoiding harm to others, and refraining from sins all create an environment where dua can reach Allah swiftly. On the other hand, engaging in forbidden acts, whether small or large, acts like a veil, blocking the heart from fully opening to divine mercy. This is not meant to discourage but to inspire, showing that by aligning life with Islamic principles, believers actively remove obstacles from their prayers. Remind your viewers that Allah is most merciful and ready to forgive, so seeking repentance and cleaning one's life of haram instantly strengthens the power of dua. When the heart and actions are purified, the energy behind every supplication becomes stronger, the angels carry it with more weight, and the response from Allah is more likely to come quickly and beautifully, turning spiritual obedience into tangible blessings in life. Be consistent even after asking. Consistency is one of the most powerful secrets behind a dua that is answered quickly, and on The Inspired Muslim, your viewers should know that patience and persistence are just as important as sincerity. Many people make a heartfelt dua once or twice, then feel discouraged if the answer doesn't come immediately, forgetting that Allah's wisdom and timing are perfect. True believers, however, continue to ask, trust, and maintain their connection with Allah without losing hope, understanding that delays do not mean rejection but often preparation for something even better. Encourage your audience to integrate dua into daily routines, to make it part of waking up, praying, and even quiet moments throughout the day, because repeated, heartfelt supplication builds spiritual momentum. Consistency also shows Allah the depth of one's reliance and commitment, creating a persistent signal of faith that carries the dua higher. It's a spiritual law: the more regularly you return to Allah with honesty, humility, and trust, the stronger the likelihood that your requests will be fulfilled. Even if the response seems delayed, continuing with patience, gratitude, and good deeds strengthens your heart, prepares you for the answer, and often allows the blessing to arrive in a form far more beautiful than imagined. On The Inspired Muslim, this point is key: never give up, because persistence in dua is a pathway to both spiritual growth and fast, meaningful results. Add charity to your dua. Adding charity to your dua is one of the most powerful ways to accelerate the acceptance of prayers, and on The Inspired Muslim, your viewers need to understand that giving in the way of Allah is like sending your dua with a direct, blessed delivery. Charity purifies wealth, softens the heart, and acts as a means to remove obstacles, creating an environment where Allah's mercy flows more freely. Encourage your audience to realize that even a small act of giving, when sincere, can multiply the effect of their dua. It signals to Allah a willingness to obey, share, and trust Him with your resources, which strengthens the spiritual energy behind the request. The Prophet, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, taught that charity never decreases wealth, and combined with du'a, it becomes a powerful formula for swift blessings, relief, and solutions. Giving also draws the angels into your supplication, who pray for the giver along with their own du'a, amplifying the spiritual weight of the request. Explain that charity doesn't have to be large or extravagant. Even a small donation, feeding someone, or helping a neighbor counts when done sincerely. This principle shows your viewers that du'a, paired with good action, not only increases the likelihood of quick answers but also aligns their life with righteousness, mercy, and barakah. In essence, charity makes the heart humble, the soul sincere, and the du'a more powerful, creating a spiritual momentum that invites Allah's swift response in ways that often surpass expectation. Make du'a for others. One of the most beautiful secrets of du'a is that praying for others not only benefits them but also greatly increases the acceptance and blessings of your own prayers, and on The Inspired Muslim, your viewers should understand that this selfless act creates a spiritual ripple effect that attracts Allah's mercy in incredible ways. When you sincerely ask Allah to help, protect, or guide someone else, angels make du'a for you in return, carrying your own requests alongside your intercessions for others. Encourage your audience to include family, friends, neighbors, or even the broader community in their daily supplications, because praying for others purifies the heart, reduces selfishness, and strengthens spiritual connections. This approach also demonstrates humility and gratitude, acknowledging that life's blessings are not meant to be hoarded but shared in intention and prayer. By making du'a for others, you are also teaching your heart to empathize, which deepens your reliance on Allah and reminds you of His justice, mercy, and generosity. Explain that even small, simple prayers for others, like asking for someone's health, guidance, or ease in hardship, can significantly amplify the power of your own du'a, often resulting in faster, more meaningful responses. On The Inspired Muslim, this point highlights the profound wisdom of selflessness in worship. As your heart expands in kindness and mercy, your du'a travels higher, is received sweeter, and draws the blessings of Allah not only to those you pray for but directly to your own life as well. Ending your du'a with gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to ensure it is accepted quickly, and on The Inspired Muslim, your viewers should understand that gratitude transforms a simple request into a heartfelt conversation with Allah that is filled with humility, trust, and recognition of His endless blessings. When you thank Allah for what you already have and for the blessings you are asking for, it signals to your Lord that your heart is sincere, aware, and content, which strengthens the spiritual energy of your supplication. Gratitude also shifts your mindset from desperation to faith, reminding you that no matter the outcome, Allah is in control and always gives what is best. Encourage your audience to end every du'a with words of thanks, such as Alhamdulillah, or acknowledging specific blessings in their lives, because this simple practice opens doors for even more mercy and response. Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, taught that those who are grateful are granted more, and ending a du'a in gratitude aligns perfectly with this promise, making the prayer not only a request but an act of worship that elevates the heart. By cultivating gratitude, your viewers can experience a spiritual peace that reassures them while they wait for answers, and it helps them recognize that every du'a, when approached with thankfulness, carries a higher chance of acceptance, faster results, and blessings that may even exceed what was initially asked for. Gratitude completes the circle of du'a, turning it from a simple plea into a powerful, spiritually charged connection with Allah. Quick acceptance of du'a comes from a pure heart, sincere faith, right timing, charity, and gratitude. Start practicing these steps today, and trust that Allah hears every whisper and answers in the best way. If this reminder benefited you, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to The Inspired Muslim for more content that strengthens your faith and brings you closer to Allah.